This week we're talking about the repercussions of the so-called Guptagate scandal, in which the Gupta family landed a private chartered plane at the Waterkloof Air Force Base. Our investigation this week found a link between the Free State government and certain members of that wedding party that landed for the wedding at Waterkloof. Can you tell us in your own words a little bit about what we discovered there?
What we've uncovered is a letter, an invitation from the former Free State MEC for Agriculture and Rural Development to his counterpart in the Uttar Pradesh province of India to come and visit the Free State province to discuss irrigation and rural development. And the invitation is suspicious because of its timing. That politician from India did indeed get off the plane at Waterkloof and did indeed attend the wedding, according to our information. And so what it suggests is a possible sort of legitimization of the trip for this particular minister.
What exactly did they say their official business was?
Well, the official it's quite a broad invitation. It talks about irrigation, it talks about rural development, and it talks about discussing, having a discussion of some kind or an exchange of ideas. But it isn't anything specific. It doesn't say, we're going to have a meeting on this particular day. It just kind of says, come to our province and let's exchange ideas.
But we know that plane landed on, I believe, the 30th of April and left again on the 3rd of May, and it was a 3-day wedding in between. So how do we know that meeting actually happened?
We don't know how this minister could have had the time to fly to the Free State and have this meeting with the MEC. And as you say, there was a 3-day wedding in between, with about 6 events. The last event we know took place the day before the night before the plane flew back to India. That was the final ceremony at the wedding. So we don't know how they could possibly have managed to squeeze in a visit to the Free State province. Yeah, the Free State has links to the Gupta family via the Premier Ace Magashule. But we do know that Ace's son is linked to the Guptas. There's some evidence that suggests that his home is sort of owned by one of their companies, and there are some various other sort of links between the Zuma family and the Guptas and Ace Magashule and the Gupta companies as well.
We know that there's some high-level investigations going on at the moment, and we're expecting some results of that to come out, I believe, next week. Can we expect any serious action from above?
So there is this multi-departmental probe ongoing. We're expecting the results from next week. Various directors general are involved in that. But I think the broader question is really where does real accountability lie? Because we have this investigation ongoing, and that's fine. And yes, we want to find out sort of officially where everything went wrong. But that doesn't really solve the broader problem, which is the question of the Gupta's influence and just how far their influence really goes. So I don't think we can expect any answers to that question coming out of the probe. Yeah.
Do we know if the Guptas themselves may be under investigation for anything?
At this stage, we do not think that they're under investigation. There is no direct linking the Gupta family to the application for the plane to link at Waterkloof at this stage. So we don't have what we call a smoking gun, which puts them in this situation directly, that we can say, this is how they use their influence. This is how they managed to make this happen. We don't have a link to the process on the one level. On the other level, we don't even really have them, on the plane. As far as we know, Atul Gupta is still in the country. He didn't fly back to India. We don't even know that how they managed to pull the strings here. So no, they're not under investigation at this point. Should they or shouldn't they be under investigation is a different question entirely.